Hi team, this is Coach Lucas. We're going to be doing Pilates aligned. In this workout, we're going to be focusing on body balance. We need to ensure that the body is aligned and you're able to flow with the movements. Let's get ready to exercise. All right team, once again, let's begin by having our legs nicely stretched out, toes pointed out towards the corner, belly button drawn in, chest forward and shoulders back, coming into a nice sumo squat position, arms above the head, and throwing them through the middle and down. Coming up, inhale, open up the chest, and exhale, coming down. 2 more, inhale up, fingers wide open, exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up, and our last one, hands down towards the floor, reach, keep your hands down. Let's go into a nice calf raise, rocking, hold, and drop. Rocking forward and hold, and drop. And rocking forward and hold, and drop. Nice team, give me 2 more. Rocking forward and hold. Give me 1 more. And rocking forward and hold. And 1 more. And coming up, stretch over towards your right side, coming to a big circle, keeping your legs nice and straight, toes pointed to the front, and coming all the way around. Let's do that once more. Same direction, towards the right side, middle, and left and center. Opposite direction, stretching out. Feel a stretch in the inner thigh. Brush the floor if you can. Transfer your weight to the opposite side, back to the center. 1 more, here we go. Down, middle, up, both hands up, and coming down. Shoulder roll to the back, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hands out to the side, and lean out, and hold, and lean out, and hold, and lean out, and hold. Great. Other side, leaning out, and hold. So the whole position, drive the heel into the floor, toes facing up. Great team, let's do 2 more. Hold, and in, and 1 more, and hold. Bring the feet together, take a deep breath in, raise the heels up and throw it forward. Come back in, balance and throw it down. 2 more, coming up, balance and up. We really want to ensure that the whole body is nice and warm and ready for what we're going to be doing. Great. Standing on the end of the mat, feet hip distance apart. You want to make sure now that you really engage and you're able to lengthen through the spine. So from your team, the leg that's closest to you is going to step back. From this position, I'm going to rotate to the front on the front knee with my hands at shoulder height and twisting to the back, coming back into standing position. I'm going to repeat that again. We're going back. Bring the hands forward, shoulder height, and I'm going to rotate towards the back end, keeping my balance, keeping my alignment, hands back to the front, and down. Stepping back, making sure that the back heel is planted on the ground. Hands up at shoulder height, belly button drawn in, shoulders down, turn towards the back, and down. Coming back, arms extend, back and down. Great. Now I'm going to progress it and finish off in a slight squat. So I'm going to step back, align, balance myself, stretch it over, twisting to the side, finish over and back, stepping back. Stepping back. And back. 2 more, team. Stepping back. Twisting over. And bring it in. Hold. And back. And our last one. Stepping back. Rotation. Balance. Follow your back thumb. Bring it back. Hands up high. And squat. And down. So it's quite important to be able to breathe through the movement, keeping the shoulders down and feeling tall at the same time and being balanced. On the opposite side, doing exactly the same movement, stepping back, arms out to the front, and hold, and standing up. Stepping back, and out. Stepping back, balance, arms up, and back. Now this time I'm going to add my rotation, and I'm going up. I'm going to rotate to the back, follow the thumb, and back. What's important as well, you don't want to add any swing. Allow yourself to gently move through the movement, follow through. And once you start to get at least to about 5, 6, 7 repetitions, you'll find that the back becomes a little bit more flexible and supple, and then you'll have better control of your movement. So we're stepping back, allow your hand to go all the way to the back, bring it forward, and step to the front. How'd that feel? Stepping back, open out, rotation, coming back. Good. So I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to add my squat. Stepping back, breathe through your movement, and coming back, and down. Stepping back. Here we go with adding on our squat, coming back down, and finish up at the top. And stepping back. What's also nice about the step back is ensuring that I'm feeling the stretch through the calf and the back of the knees. Follow my hand towards the back, keep my balance, and down, and finish up. 2 more, team. And we're going forward with the arms, and follow through to the back, come back in, and down we go, and up. Here's our last one. Stepping back, follow through with the arm, coming back, and down, and finish up. Great. I'm sure the body is feeling a lot warmer now. Staying on the same side for our second movement, we're going to step back, very similar to what we've just done, but now hinging from the waistline, I'm going to lengthen my head and body forward, still keeping my chest over my knees, back leg nice and straight, heel down towards the floor. Now lengthen, and I'm down. And I'm going to lengthen, and I'm down. One more, and I'm going to stay in this position. I'm going to pulse up and down, hands by my side. And 4, and 3, 2, 1. Extend those arms out. And 2, lengthen, belly button drawn in, and balance yourself. And 3, and 2, and 1. And keep it there. 1, and 2. Look at the focal point right straight in front of you. And 4, and 5, 6, 7, and opposite hand, I'm going to drive the knee towards the front, hold and back, hold and back, hold and back, hold, and now I'm going to add both movements, and 1, 2, 3, 4, drive the knee forward, 1, 2, 3, pulsing back, 4, and up, 1, 2, 3, 4, drive the knee forward, back, forward, and back. Drive up and down. 1, and 2, 3, and 4. Keep that balance. 1, 2, 3. Let's do one for good luck. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here comes the knee drive, back, knee drive, and back. Wow. Shake it out. All right, so putting a lot of tension and a lot of strain into that muscle. Nothing wrong with it. And align, position yourself, your feet hip distance apart, belly button drawn in, chest forward and shoulders back. Step back with your leg closest to the screen, hinging from the waistline, coming forward. From this position here, I'm going to raise the heel up, hands by my waist side, and I'm going to pulse up and down, lengthen through the neck, up and down, shoulders back, up and down, up and down. Carry on, up and down. Great. Now let's move the hands out to the sides, up and down, up and down. Last 2, up and down, up. Here we go. 2, and drive the knee in and back, In and back. In and back. In. Now let's put the two moves together, pulsing up and down the leg. 2 and 3 and 4. Drive in and 1. Back. 2 and back. Pulse up and down. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And in and 1 and up. 2. Here's our third one. 1, 2. And drive that knee forward. Nice. Remember, neck nice and lengthened. Last 2. Here we go. And pulse up and down. And 1. And in. 1 more. Great team. Here we go. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knee in. 1, 2, 3. And finishing up. Great. Remember, work at your own pace. Number 1. Make sure that you're staying hydrated and stretch out as you move through the movements. I'm going to start once again on the right side of the mat, and I'm going to move into a basic side lunge. Now, notice with your side lunge, toes facing forward and coming back. Side lunge, hips behind the heels, knee behind the toes and coming back. In and out and in. Good. Bring the hands forward and out to the side. Carry on. And in. Prep yourself and out. Core nice and tight. So I'm trying not to lean too far forward, but trying to keep my center hinging from the waistline, hips towards the back of the heels and back. In addition to this movement now, I'm going to add a calf raise and raise out to the side. Side lunge, calf raise, and power up to the side. Carry on. Hold, calf raise, power up and back. Calf and back, up and back. Down, up, power up and back. Maintain good balance and good form. So we're down, raise, up and down. And again, hold 3, up and down. 2 more, team. So we're going forward, raise, down, up and down. Last one. Up and down. Step across to the opposite side. Nice. Core engaged. Soft knees. Step out into your lunge. Making sure keeping the knees behind the toes. And coming back up again. And 4. And back. I'm still keeping my chest up nice and tall. And I'm up. Arms shoulder height. And I'm back. Give me 1 more, team. So we're going forward and out and up. Now here we go with our additional calf raise. So we're stepping out, calf raise, and power and down. Side, calf raise, power and down. Side, lift, and power and down. Side and lift, power and down. Carry on. Last 3. And raise, up and down. Over. Calf raise, power. Coming nice and tall. Team, we have 1 more. Maintain good breath. Abdominal contraction. And side, calf, down, power, and raise. Well done, team. Now we're going to be taking it to the floor. Alrighty, so in this position here, we're going to start off on the hands and knees. So what I want you to notice is I'm going to plant my feet down, knees apart, and I'm going to sit back with my arms extended. So I'm coming now into my child pose and I'm stretching out, arms extended to the front. Head down and drop your hips down all the way towards the back. And coming up once more. Child position and coming back. Open up the toes. Toes together, sitting back. That's my child position. And I'm back. And sitting back. Last one. Good. I'm going to progress and add a needle thread to this. And to the front, needle thread. Coming forward sitting back. I'm really trying to stretch and lengthen out the lower lumbar spine, and I'm coming up. And back. Sitting down and coming over. And back. Great. 2 more guys, 1 on each side. And coming through. Here's our last one, sitting down, feeling a lot more flexible now. You can stay a bit lower, and you're gonna come up and needle thread and hold the plank. Hold the plank, 4, 3, 2, and 1 it is. So team, from here, what I want us to do is I want us to move hands down on towards the floor, lifting the elbows up, and from here we are going to hinge at the waistline, moving to our pike, and we're going to come back down, moving into our pike. And notice in terms of my balance and my strength in the calves, heels are lifted off the ground, and I'm going to come back into plank, and coming up. Really lengthen through the hips, tuck your knees, tuck your chin under your chest, ears to your shoulders, and coming back to plank. 2 more. Coming up, lifting up, keeping your back straight, and coming back down. Great stuff. Team, we've got 1 more, same movement. So we're gonna hinge, come into our pike position, and down. And guess what? Tap and hold. We're pike, and we're back, down and down, and pike, and plank it out. 1 and 2, pike, and coming down, shoulder tap, 1 and 2. And drop down and stretch it out. So with the shoulder taps, when you're in the plank position, try focus on ensuring that the hips are not swaying from side to side as you move one hand off the floor and to tapping your shoulder. You want to maintain that your body is well balanced, stability through the shoulders, stability through the core, and making sure that the feet are hip distance apart and comfortable enough for you to be able to feel like you're not swaying. So let's do 2 more. And we're back into our full plank position. I'm gonna pike all the way up, back straight, and come back into my plank. Shoulder tap, breathe, inhale, exhale, come back, and tap, 1 and 2, and drop to the knees. So before we carry on to our next one, so give yourself a nice little shake, roll the wrists all the way out, all right, just to loosen it out. And 3 and 2 and 1. Great. Now bring them back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the final position before we move on to the next one, guys, it is our basic push-up. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start you off in a nice moderate position. So it's the hands and knees. You know what to do. We're just going as low as we possibly can and come back up again. Good. Give me 3 more. Coming down and coming up. Coming down and coming up. And I'm down and I'm up. So when I come up in the next phase of the movement, I'm going to take the knee that's closest to you and drive that diagonally to the opposite elbow and coming back. And my push up all the way up, opposite knee, diagonal and back. Coming down, coming up, diagonal and back. 1 more, down, pushing up, diagonal, and great. So now if you want to advance and progress, lift those knees up, same movement, down and diagonal, 1 and back, and pushing up, diagonal and back. 3, pushing up, diagonal. Here's our last one, down and pushing up, diagonal and up, and stretch it out, child position. Really putting a strain on those shoulders and your lower back, but as you breathe through the movements, it should feel like it's a little bit easier and you have more control. And you've got 2 options, either on the hands and knees with your push-up or straight legs. How are you feeling, team? Make sure that you're drinking water. Make sure that you're feeling hydrated and you're working at a comfortable pace that you can manage. Super. So from this next position, team, here's what we're going to do. We are going to have our knees bent, hands above the head. We're going to roll up into a rounded seating position with our shoulders over the knees. Good. We're going to going back, open out, and rolling back. Inhale, exhale. Coming forward. As you can see, shoulders are hunching over into a rounded back. So here we're really trying to open up the scapula and hold that position. Hold, lengthen, open chest, and coming down. And finish up at the top. Inhale, exhale, rolling up, coming through, and hunching over the back. And hold. Great, team, and coming back. And we're over. So from here, and you're gonna lift. So we've added on the glute bridge lift, and we're coming back. Hands butterfly, and coming over, and hold. Open up the chest, shoulders, lean back. Butterfly the hands out towards the sides, and come into your glute bridge. And down. Give me one more, team. Roll it up. Hold position. And finish strong. How's that? Still with me? Fantastic. So here we go. Now we're going to be starting in the glute bridge position. So you're going to lift the hips up, tighten up on the glutes and the hamstrings. The leg that's closest to you, I'm going to bring it up. So from here, I'm going to take it down, center, open out, and in. Down, center, open up, and in. Down, center, open up, and in. So glute bridge, up, down, center, open up, and in. Drop and lift, down, middle, out, and hold. Down, lift, down, open up, and back, and down, lift. 2 more. Down, up, center, and back. And last one. Down, middle, over, and down. Team, I'm going to carry on in this position. I'm going to take the opposite leg, and I'm going to come up into a glute bridge. So I'm going to drop the leg down, bring it up to center, open out, and back. Down, center, open out, and back. So I need to make sure that the opposite knee doesn't cave out when the leg goes out. So you got to maintain good body alignment and balance. So down, middle, out, and center. Down, middle, out. Good. Now I'm going to incorporate the glute bridge. Come up. Here we go. Down, middle, out, and back, and back. Down, up, down, up, side, and back. Tempo. We're going down, up. 1, 2, and hold. Down and up, center, and hold, and down and up, and in, center, and down and up, and center and hold. 2 more. Down and up, down and up. Last one, and in and out, and hold. Tuck your knees in. We're almost there, team. One more exercise. So our last exercise is going to be our bicycle, and we're going to be alternating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keeping your knees and your feet in line with your shoulders. So you're trying not to sway from side to side, but just keeping the feet aligned, pulling in, 2, 3, incorporate the elbows, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold your position, tuck your knees in, release out into a double leg stretch. Arms and legs go opposite sides, and tuck in again. Opposite sides, and tuck in. Opposite sides, and tuck in. Moving into 4 counts of bicycle. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tuck in, release. Tuck in, release. Tuck in, and release. Tuck in. One more time. We're going to go 2 sets of everything and back. Bicycle. 1, 2, 3, 4. In and out. In. Bicycle. Here we go. And 1 and 2 and tuck in. Release. Tuck in and release to the ground, and cool down and stretch, team. Well done. So tuck the knee in one at a time and hold position. 4, 3, and changing sides. Other side. Tuck the knee in. 2 and 3. Tuck both knees in and come into a sitting position. Turn to the front. Keep one leg stretched in and the other one extended out. So we're going to stretch over. 1, 2, and release. Turn over and release. Good. Let's swap sides. Good. Stretching over. Don't forget the breathing. Good. Staying up nice and tall. Chest forward and a little bit of a rotation. And coming through. Legs crossed. Looking over your left shoulder. In 4, 3, and swapping sides. Excellent. Take a deep breath. Arms above the head. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming forward. And coming up. Hands together in a prayer position. Bring them down. Team, I want to say thank you very much for joining me in this Pilates Aligned class. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.